Who is your biggest bully? Who is the person that makes you feel the worst, that puts you down the most? We're gonna talk about that today. This is Jamie with the Huddle. But first, let's do a little exercise. I want you to take a look at this. And I want you to tell me some words that you would use to describe this. Would you say it's majestic, beautiful? Would you say peaceful, green, strong, amazing? Okay, so now I want you to get out your phone and I want you to turn on the camera and pretend like my phone's in here because I'm taping with my phone. Turn on the camera, turn it around to selfie mode, and then I want you to look into your camera and I want you to tell me what words would you use to describe what you're seeing. Are you gonna say the same thing? Strong, amazing, beautiful? Or are you saying things like ew, or like I hate my nose, or ugly, something that's more negative? Why do we do that? God created the mountains and the streams. God created us and he calls all of it good. But yet, for some reason, we understand that about outside and the environment and that kind of thing, but when it comes to ourselves, we're extremely judgmental. You are your biggest bully. You may not even know that you're doing these kinds of things when you're saying bad things about yourself or you're putting yourself down, but likely nobody's putting more negativity in your life than you are in your own head. Now, this isn't true for everyone, but I think it is true for most of us. And we get that from a culture where we're expected to all look the same and act the same. There's a right way to be, a right way to look, right talents to have, all of these things. And I feel like people aren't appreciated as much for their uniqueness, and instead we're all supposed to be the same, and so we judge ourselves very harshly by that, and we speak unkind words to ourselves. So what I want to do today is try to backtrack that. Let's see if we can change the things that we're saying to ourselves, because that's not helping us. When we're putting ourselves down and telling ourselves that we're stupid or ugly or any of those things, we're not helping our life. We're not making ourselves happier or feel better. We're not making ourselves smarter, being able to do more. It doesn't serve us, so it's time to let this go. So what I want to do is kind of follow a process where first what we're going to do is realize that we talk negatively towards ourselves. Let's realize that we are being a bully. Sometimes we do it so often that we don't know it's happening. The second thing that we have to try to do is to catch ourselves in the act. Again, since we continuously do this all day, we don't even know that we're doing it. So we're trying to stop ourselves when we say something ugly to ourselves. And the third thing is to replace those negative comments with something positive, something encouraging, something uplifting, something that's the truth, because these negative comments are not the truth. So I want you to start out, if you'll do a little exercise with me, no matter how silly you think this is, I want you to get out a pen and a paper and pause the video. And then once you've got your pen and your paper, you're ready, turn me back on. Okay, so now that you have your pen and paper, what I want you to do is write down 3 statements that you say to yourself that are negative. So I want you to think about, is it something to do with your looks? Is it that you're stupid or you're not competent? Is it that you're not nice or kind or people don't like you? Is it that you're not a good enough soccer player or dancer or whatever? Think about what are those things that you say to yourself that are unkind. And I want you to at least list 3. If you've got more, keep going, because the more that we realize about ourselves, the more we can make those changes. So if you have more, great, write those down too. For me, the way I bully myself the most is by calling myself stupid. So if I mess up on something, or if I'm late and I'm like, oh my gosh, I didn't realize I'm waiting 5 minutes. Now I'm late. Oh, I'm so stupid. Why didn't I leave 5 minutes before? Whatever it is. I like to call myself stupid, and I'm a little bit mean the way that I say it to myself as well. So go ahead and pause the video, write down your 3 things, and then unpause once you've got those written down. Okay, so now that you've got your 3 negative thoughts, I want you to work to replace those with something positive, something uplifting, something that is a truth. So for me, I call myself stupid. I might say to myself, no, you are a child of God, or I am a child of God. Or I might say, no, I am smart. Or I might say, I am good. That's a great one to say, I am good, because it will bring you back to remembering that God created you and he called you good. Just like he created the mountains and the streams and everything on this earth. When you look out at nature, you think, wow, that's beautiful. God called that good. Okay, guess what? He called you good too. So you could always remind yourself that and just say, no, I am good. Whatever it is. So I want you to pause the video and I want you to write three comments. They're gonna be positive, those negative things that you say to yourself. So almost kind of like an opposite comment. So go ahead and pause the video and do that. Okay, so now you've got all written down. We're gonna do a little bit of practice. The hardest part of this is catching yourself in the act when you say something ugly to yourself. And right when you say it to yourself is when you have to stop yourself and use your positive comment instead, okay? So I'm in the moment, I just got to a party and I realized, crap, I forgot to make cookies. I promised I'd bring cookies and here I am and I didn't even do it. I'm like, gosh, I'm stupid. Then immediately I say to myself, no, you are good, or you are a child of God. Whatever it is that I say to myself, I say no, and then I say the other statement. And as you do this over and over again, hopefully, eventually you won't even get out your whole I am stupid. I am, nope, I'm a child of God. So you're trying to retrain your brain, okay? So what I want you to do, I know this sounds silly, make sure nobody's watching, is I want you to say your first phrase, and then I want you to say no, and then I want you to say your positive comment, okay? I want you to go through all three of those. Then I want you to go up to the top and start again. Your negative comment, the word no, and then your positive comment, okay? I know it sounds stupid, but I promise you, just practicing this out loud is gonna help you to change the way that you talk about yourself and help you to catch yourself in the action, okay? So pause the video, and I want you to say those things out loud to yourself. Okay, go. I want you to be thinking about this as you go along your week, really trying to change that negative voice in your head. Don't be your biggest bully. These comments you say to yourself, they don't give life to you, they don't help, they don't do anything good for you. So quit doing it. Does it make you cooler because you put yourself down, or better because you put yourself down? So let's quit doing it, okay? Break.